Good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. This is Raj Gavrola. My first video to help and work with reputation management company owners talked about three things that they need to learn to help develop, build, and grow their reputation management company in a fulfilling way. And the first thing I mentioned was storytelling. And so for storytelling, you need to be able to connect with someone. After you set the scene, those types of things, you need to be able to connect with someone. And in that video, I shared that we do the research and the discovery, but then we set the scene. So in part of setting the scene is who exactly are we connecting to? What is the greater cause? Business is about a calling. And that calling, yes, has to do with providing a service and or products and obviously sustainable growth, organic or otherwise. And it has to do with emotionally connecting to a cause where what you're doing in business is helping someone or a group of people or an entity that has a group of people or has people in other businesses involved. And so who is that? So a client of mine, an example is, in order to do our storytelling, this client's business wasn't able to do everything that they needed in reputation management services. They had partners. So they decided and qualified who are the right partners and formed a team. And then what we did is we actually had little small events over a period of time, just little small events. And we would connect and invite the right people and put the emotional cause and the reason and tell our story. What are our values? What makes us unique, different? Who are we as people? And get that connection to individuals, to their organizations, to their community. So we were doing our cause for the local business community. So businesses in the community are people that wanted to or aspired to start a business or just wanted to do some more learning about what they need to know as they go into business or thinking about starting a business, or those who are already there and they wanted to go forward more. And so these new concepts come, and when we hear about them, we already know them. So it's not anything new to us. Our brain has already processed it. It's simple. However, if it's a new concept, other people don't know what it is. Imagine when you first learned about or heard about the internet. Did you know immediately, right away, what all it could do? And compared to when you first knew about the internet and what's available and what you can do with the internet today, there's a huge difference. And so that storytelling, having your partners, the right partners, qualifying them, and then connecting it to a message where your services and or products are connecting to a greater mission and being able to help those people to create that connection or that audience or community or group or tribe, whichever term is comfortable to you or most comfortable to you or resonates with you. And then once we do that, we assign some roles and responsibilities and really learn about each other more so that we can go deeper and learn from each other's insights from our partners and the people that we connect with. And so as we're doing that, we're also presenting ourselves, because now not only are we telling our story, so our storytelling, we're actually working on it and we're actually implementing it and delivering it. Now we are also very aware of how important it is that we present ourselves for our companies, for our employees, for our clients, and for our prospects. And of course, this client and a lot of the partners, been in business a while, that they could present all of those things. That's not the issue. The issue is, or the challenge is, to be able to take it to the next level, to be able to successfully or succeed making progression in your presentation skills in order to connect, in order to convey emotion, feeling, the human connection, humanity, connecting to a greater cause and what it's doing, so that people can feel they're involved with it, they're connected to it. And how we make people feel really does matter. It's really important. So therefore, we have the storytelling and now the importance of presenting ourselves or oneself. Then nextly is the productive performance process to develop, build, and grow your business, the people, the relationships you have, and then the clients or prospects, the people who are leads, the people who are already clients, or maybe you already have a client that you want to invite to take them to that next level of success, succeeding, making progress. And so after roles and responsibilities, we were able to really do this for quite some time, I think at least a year. And it was amazing the amount that we learned about each other and how we could uh, help and support one another and do for one another. And yet also how much we learned from one another about things that we didn't have expertise on. And the people in the audience, as we were doing these programs and deciding how we would format them, which we all helped to do that and how that format would be, it was amazing the relationships that were built, the friendships that were built, and they still exist today. And the way you build relationships a lot of time is just initially connecting with them and doing something with each other. So we build trust. So we're trusted and we know, okay, yes, I've really got a valid confirmation that for this specific thing, these individuals or this individual is trusted. They have the values that are either similar to mine or they align with one another very well. And then additionally, what we did is we actually took those small events over probably a year, maybe a year and a half, and we created one larger event, a larger event. And so at this larger event, then of course it made us have to learn and revisit our productive performance process because this is a little different than the smaller events. For example, we went out and we got a sponsor. It also was a little different in how and who we were going out and reaching for. And of course, most importantly, and you know this as a reputation management company owner, as an owner, you know that regardless of what someone's saying about your business, you need to really listen to uncover that high value part of what they're saying, whether it's something very, very positive or it's something critical, and be able to know and filter it and be able to make the corrections or adjustments needed to, again, succeed making progression. And so when we have this knowledge in place, it creates a high level of energy endorphins. And therefore, that creates clarity. And then that creates confidence. And then after having those things, then we're succeeding making progression. So that's an example of how I've helped and worked with a client and have formed other relationships that later on became clients because of the work that we did together. And it's just one way for you to think about in working with your business and how you tell your story, how you present yourself. So there has to be a media, a format there for that to happen. So if you are challenged with this or want to learn more about this or talk with me about this, or struggling with this, please contact me. You can also comment below about what you think about the example I gave, and did you ever think about doing something similar to this? And it doesn't have to be exactly like this because, as we know, we are all unique and different. And so we would be able to really customize a solution for your organization and measure its effectiveness and efficiency based on exactly what your objectives are, your goals are, your dreams are. And that's really what it's about. And so that makes a huge difference. Would you agree?